Funny Cave. 11 photos you won't believe aren't photoshopped. Number 11. Hole in his head. This is a man named Billy Owen who actually lost an eye and part of his skull to cancer. He now acts in horror movies. Number 10. The maned wolf. The legs on this animal are not photoshopped. This is a maned wolf which is found in South America. Its long legs are an adaptation to the tall grasslands of its native habitat. Number 9. Chinese troops. This is a photo of Chinese troops marching in perfect formation. The soldiers are the same height and body type and are striking the same pose. But let me just say this, the more perfectly a country's army marches, the less I want to live in that country. Here's a photo of North Korean troops marching. And here's a photo of Russian soldiers. Now, in comparison, take a look at this photo of the Australian army marching. And here's the Canadian army. And the New Zealand army. Yeah, you see what I mean. Number 8. Mind-bending photo mosaic. This photo was created by photographer Bella Borsodi for the cover of the album Terrain by the band VLP. And yes, it's actually just one photo. Borsodi, who specializes in still lifes, created the image by carefully arranging items in the scene through the viewfinder of his camera. Through the intricate and careful positioning of objects, Borsodi was able to make a single photo look like 4 separate photographs that were placed side by side. And here's some more of his work. Number 7. Two-faced cat. Take a look at Venus the cat. Her face is half black and half orange, and the colors are split right down the middle. She has one blue eye and one green eye. Venus is what's called a chimera cat, meaning that she's composed of 2 populations of genetically distinct cells that originated from different zygotes. Venus is luckier than most of these cats. These cats are usually born with extra faces, complete with noses, eyes, and mouths. And they typically only live for a few days. Number 6. The Crooked Forest. This grove of oddly shaped pine trees is located in Poland. These 400 pine trees were planted in 1930. It's generally believed that some form of human tool or technique was used to make the trees grow this way, but the method or the motive are not known. Some people have speculated that the trees may have been deformed to create naturally curved timber for use in furniture or boat building. Number 5. The Lady with the Tiny Waist. This is an unaltered photo of Kathy Jung. By wearing a tightly laced corset for extended periods, Kathy Jung is able to constrict and reduce her natural waist size. She holds the Guinness World Record for the smallest waist on a living person. She's 5 foot 4 inches tall and has a waist that measures 15 inches or 38.1 centimeters. So basically, her waist is the same size as a regular jar of mayonnaise. Now, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure this isn't good for you. I mean, look at the photo. This lady is basically 15 inches away from being in completely 2 separate pieces. You could almost use wire clippers to cut her in half. Number 4. Tree climbing goats. These tree climbing goats climb the argan trees of Morocco in search of food. Sometimes you'll see a dozen goats standing on the branches of a single tree. The goats are drawn to the argan's fruit, and when the goats eat the fruit nut passes through its digestive system whole and eventually gets excreted. The oil from the excrement has long been used locally as a skin treatment and cooking ingredient. Number 3. Patterned banana. This banana was cut on a laser cutter by a Dutch company that inscribes patterns on fruits. Number 2. Midget soccer player. This Reuters photo from a match between Belgium and France has not been altered in any way. The tiny person in this photo is Mathieu Valbuena. He stands about 5 foot 6 inches tall, but here he's leaning back at the perfect angle to make him look like he's half the size of his opponents. And here are some other photos of Mathieu Valbuena for comparison. Number 1. Red flower. This photo was taken after a volcanic eruption in Indonesia in November 2013. After the dust settled, this hibiscus flower bloomed in a bright splash of red seen on the ash-covered plant. Thanks for watching and leave your comments below.